Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to chat with you guys about the consequences of my poor choices. Let's get started and talk about it. I think many of us would agree that we'd love to turn the clock back and have a redo on many things in our life. Unfortunately, we can't. We have to keep moving forward, right? And so there's many things in my life that I am facing the consequences of some of my choices. Obviously, the biggest one that you can see is my weight, because even if you lose weight and even if you keep it off, you may now have some health consequences that you may be living with because of poor choices that you made regarding taking care of your health, right? I think I'm not the only one out there that has that. Maybe sometimes we may have choices with money or relationships that we feel, okay, we've got consequences that we have to deal with because of that. We all know that we can't turn the clock around, but we can do things moving forward. So I kind of wrote down some things that we could do to have a better life. And the reason why I did this is that it is Monday, March 27th right now. It is my birthday, Wednesday the 29th. And you won't see this video till after my birthday, but usually around my birthday time and also when the new year comes around, I start to reassess and reevaluate because I realize that my time on this wonderful earth is going to be less. I think I mentioned that for the first time in America, according to a little reading I've done, always do your own research, that America's lifespan or life expectancy has decreased, and the average lifespan is 77. That means if I were to live to 77, I have 19 years left. So I want to make the most of those years if I were to pass away at 77. So I started thinking about the past and possibly my future and today, and what does that look like for me? Well, the first thing is, number one, which I already said, we cannot change our past. I don't know about you guys, but I can really get upset and angry and just frustrated, and I can end up living in the past and shaming myself for all the things that I've done that were dumb and beating myself up, say, why didn't I listen to so-and-so? Because we have well-meaning people in our life that want to help us and give us direction. And I know me, I end up getting defensive and I don't like listening to other people. But now when looking back, I kind of wish I would have listened to them in many areas of my life. One area besides weight is sharing all of my personal information with everyone I meet, because it does come back to bite you. And there's a lot of other decisions too. Maybe I wish I would have gotten a different college degree, all of those types of things. But like I said, we can't change the past, which brings me to number two. Also with that is many times I tend to shove my emotions down and I don't allow myself to have certain feelings because I'm like, well, this is a waste of time to be upset or to be angry. This is just a waste of time, so I'm not allowing myself to have those feelings. Well, I think it's good to go through that process, and I need to learn to do this, to allow yourself and validate yourself that it's okay that you're mad and upset and have regrets, because that way you can move on. Let me know if any of you sometimes kind of shove emotions down and don't allow yourself to feel certain ways and beat yourself up over it. I know that I definitely do. The other thing, number three, is good things, because of God, can come out of maybe poor decisions we've made. For example, maybe you had an unhealthy relationship and you got out of that relationship, and maybe you joined a support group, or you've met some fabulous, wonderful new friends that you have because of that you wouldn't have met. So, or people have told me this before that have gone through divorce. Yes, I've gone through a divorce. You know, my spouse and I really didn't have a really great relationship, but we're both really good parents and we have fantastic kids. And if I wouldn't have gotten married to my spouse, I wouldn't have my wonderful kids. That's a really good example of that. And so I'm sure that there's always something good. For me, joining Tops is one of the best things. I've met a lot of lovely people. And if I wouldn't, have gained my weight back, I wouldn't have been able to join Tops. So I'm looking here at some of the positive things. Okay, so number four, look at all the good decisions in your life you've made. It's so easy to look at consequences of poor decisions, whether it comes to relationships, finance, health. It's really easy. But think right now for a minute of all the good decisions you've made in your life, whether it's education, money, could be anything. I know, for example, paying off my debt was a really good decision, and I have positive consequences from that. I also have some wonderful friends that I feel like I've been really good to? Well, because of that, I have a fabulous support system. So many times we make decisions that are really positive and have a positive effect on our life. I think we should concentrate more on those things than all the things that maybe didn't work out in our favor, as I would say. Okay, the next thing is decide what is the most important to you. What are your values? What's the most important thing? Each of us may have something different. One person, their family might be everything to them. Somebody else, maybe they have a goal that's really important to them. Maybe they want to be a writer, or maybe they want to go back to school and just totally change career paths. Maybe they want to travel. Think about the most important thing to you right now and work on that. It doesn't matter about other people. Think about that. That's really, I think, one thing that I definitely need to give more thought to. Okay, and then number 6, move ahead with an action plan. You guys already know for me, my main goal this year is to get below 200 pounds. I would love to do other goals, and it's not that I am not thinking about doing other things, but right now I really need to be hyper-focused on that. Maybe once towards the end of the year in 2023, maybe I'll add something, but I want to make sure I'm going in the right direction and put every bit of energy into that one goal. So come up with an action plan of something maybe that you're not happy with in your life, and maybe you could regroup and come up with a new plan going forward. And last but not least, this is the most important thing. I really believe this, that it would be wonderful if all of us could find more joy and more laughter in our everyday life. Take some time to find joy in doing the things you love to do, whether it's gardening, spending time with your animals, spending time with family, friends, reading, spending more time, instead of giving up this perfection, spending more time doing the things that we love to do. Because none of us are going to leave this earth saying, gosh, I wish I would have decluttered and cleaned more. I wish I would have worked on my financial goals more. I don't think so. I think many of us are going to say, I wish I would have spent more time doing the things I love to do that brings me joy. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Let me know what you think about this topic. Are there some areas in your life, and I'm going to turn it to something positive, share with me some positive consequences of decisions you've made. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope I see you back here again. Love you, bye.